I'm gonna do a new video today. If you don't know, I have a RAV4, I don't have a truck. And a while back, I did a video on how to load the Sur-ron into the back of the RAV4. I think that people might be in the same situation as me. If I don't have a truck, what do? Sure, you can load it in the back of the car, but what if you have two bikes? I mean, you know, I have the blue bike and my other bike over here that's red and white. So taking both bikes, I used to have a trailer. I worked at this company called Velocity Bolts, and they sent me this. This is a trailer hitch carrier. So my RAV is only capable of carrying one bike on the hitch because of the weight tongue restrictions. So if you have a bigger car, maybe like a 4Runner or something that has more tongue weight capacity, then you can get the double hitch carrier. In my case, I have to get the single hitch carrier, and I'll have to still put one in the back of the RAV and then one on the carrier. But it is a lot better to go long distance than towing a trailer. So I'm gonna do a video, show you guys how this works. We're gonna take the bike on it and see how stable it is. But the idea is you just put that in a hitch, you set the Surron on top, and these things clamp down to your foot pegs. And then if you have like a ratchet strap or something, that's also a good thing. They say you don't have to have it, but you know, better to be safe than have your Surron on the side of the road. So let's get this installed and we'll take a look at it. All right. Just slide that through. Comes with the pin and the lock. Just lock that into place. And we have our carrier. So at this point, so you don't want to leave your battery in when you're doing this. Obviously, the less weight on the tongue of the car, the better. But as you can see, it's really small. Once we get the Surron on there, it'll be nice and compact. If you guys don't have one of these and your battery rattles around and makes a lot of noise, this is awesome. You just kind of wedge it between your battery and the bike. You blow it up with air, keeps the battery stable. You let the air out, take the battery out. Really nice to have. So like I said, that double carrier is definitely capable of taking two Sur-rons without the battery. It's just a matter of a car that has the tongue weight capacity for it. All right, let's see, how am I gonna do this? All right, as you can see, basically we have these little attachments and a locking nut underneath here and some wing nuts. And you wing nut up there, locks down and holds that peg into place. We got both of those on either side. And then to ensure it, make sure that that's nice and tight. They say it's not necessary, but to ensure we're not really screwed, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. All right, so with a tie down through the battery tray, I think we're looking pretty good.
right, so we rode up here. This is the bottom of our North Salt Lake Trail, and it's probably like 5 miles, 7 miles from my house or something. So I haven't looked at it yet, but I hit a bunch of bumps, and in fact, I'm gonna give you a couple tips if you do get this thing. So we're looking now, everything looks solid, and I'm yanking on it pretty good. I hit some big pits or bumps where the whole car bounced and this thing didn't even budge. The one thing I did have is I was pulling out of a parking lot and I scraped. So what you got to be aware of is, like, you know, pulling out of somewhere and having that hitch, and I think it was the corner there that maybe scraped as I was pulling out, or it could have been, it might have even hit the back tire, but this seems fine, so nothing's going on there. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up this review here. I want to ride this trail. I think that this trailer hitch carrier is a game changer for me. I can quickly put it on in my car and go somewhere. If I'm going by myself, it's way easier than putting it in the back of the car. And if I do take both bikes, I can still put one in the back of the car, put one on the hitch, and take that. So if you guys don't have a truck, because I'm not sure if you know this, trucks are crazy expensive, and I'm not about to go and get one for 50K. So I'm gonna rock this thing on my trusty, reliable RAV4, and it's nice. So yeah, go ahead and leave a like on this video if you enjoyed the content, if you felt it was useful, and go ahead and drop a subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. So thanks. They made a lot of changes to this area since I've been here, so this whole parking lot's new, but it snowed. Like, again, it's May 10th and it's been snowing like crazy here, so you know, there's probably a good chance I'm not going to be going too far today, but we'll do what we can. Get the old site of where I broke my collarbone. I gotta say, I should have done the 1821 a long time ago. I mean, the 1619 is a lot of fun, but holy crap, this is so much different. Just rolls over everything. It's not even funny. Anyway, you guys, like, I've been having a good time. That carrier is coming right at the right time because, you know, my last video I posted, you know, you've got a lot of police starting to take notice and care that these bikes are ripping around on the road. So if I want to come up this trail, I used to ride up here, but now I can just throw my bike on that carrier and come, and it takes no time. It's really easy. So that's huge. Yeah, we're gonna have mud. Holy. And snow. Yeah, it literally snowed on the ground down where I live just a few days ago. It's 70 degrees. Like, I think the day before it snowed, it was like 76. Then it snowed the next day. Now we're back up to 76. This is Utah. I mean, that's what Utah does. So, oh, that is just mud. So yeah, anyway, I've noticed a lot of content springing back up again. We got summer months and spring happening, so that's awesome to see. I love to see all the different riders and people, and you know, I live really close to Charge Cycle Works, and I'm gonna try to get out on some of their group rides that they have going around. I do work during the week and they usually go out on a weekday, so we'll see if I can make it happen. But I'd like to get out with them and do some of that stuff, take you guys on some more trail rides. Now that I got the carrier again, I'll probably go back to American Fork Canyon and redeem myself there, because I hadn't rode trails for ages before I rode that again, and I'm a lot more confident in my skills now. I think make short work of that trail today. So we'll head back up that way. There's a ton of trails up there that I haven't rode, which would be fun. Bring you guys up there, take my son. He's also gotten tons better. I put the 16-19 setup on his bike, so he'll definitely have the traction and be able to do the climbs a lot better than the stock stuff that he had before. So I definitely know that's a mud bog right now. It's going to probably be a month before that one's rideable, at least. So when that day comes, we'll see that. Until then, I'll just keep making other videos, maybe some more vlogs, and talk about, you know, my opinion of all the different e-bikes. And I've said it a bunch of times, but I'll keep talking about it. I mean, I change, just like everybody, I change my opinion a lot, like based on my experiences. I used to think that the 16-19 setup on the wheels was the way to go, and it is tons of fun, and don't get me wrong, I definitely enjoy it. But having this 18-21 setup, it's a game changer for rocky trails or terrain where you want to go fast and you're not just being clobbered by those rocks. You just kind of glide on over them. And don't think I haven't ridden that. I used to have a Sierra 450, and obviously those are all 18-21 setups on motocross bikes. But yeah, so on the Sur-ron, such a small bike, but with these huge wheels, it makes my bike a lot taller, which makes it a lot easier for me to ride, being 6 foot, and it makes those bumps so much better. I'm not trying to sell anybody on any specific wheel. I've got milk racing wheels, and it took forever to get them, and if I had an opportunity or a good code with Warp Night, I probably would have gone that way. But I happened to get a smoking deal on Black Friday for these milk racing wheels, and I couldn't pass it up, so I had to go with that. And I don't regret it. I mean, it just took a long time to get, so that new parking lot's definitely going to bring a lot more bikers over here, I think. God, it is really muddy though, and I don't necessarily want to get crazy caked in mud. So my GoPro died, but I wanted to show you guys this. This is what Utah looks like in May. I'm close to the bottom of the trail. I'm literally like less than a mile up the trail. This isn't even a stream, but you can see. And let me just show you what the actual trail looks like. This is the trail that you come up. So here you can see just going on down there into the distance. Just a nice river following the trail. This is what we look for in May.